Hey guys, Ian Higton from Eurogamer here. Now if you've played any of the Splinter Cell series before Conviction, you likely don't need telling how good Spies vs Mercs is.
They shut our hack down, guys.
A true classic of the last generation of multiplayer, Spies vs Mercs was doing the whole asymmetrical thing before it was cool, and doing it quite well.
Just one more minute.
You're either one of the nimble-footed spies, clambering around maps in third-person view as you try to sneak your way to a series of data terminals that must be hacked, or you're the merc, a soldier lumbering around in first-person and keeping a gun trained on the shadows where your would-be assassins lurk. Still, it's nice to be reminded exactly how good Spies vs Mercs is, especially after its curious absence in Conviction. Blacklist's take on the mode is more than a gentle reminder though, it's a sharp slap in the face letting you know of its brilliance.
There are 3 key points inside where the data cables are accessible. That's where you need to plant the tracers. I'm marking them on your blueprint and pushing that to your OPSATs.
Got it. I'm thinking there might be some options inside those silos. You think we can make a run?
They look promising. Go for it.
Let's move before someone spots us.
Blacklist also has a co-op mode, but this is a little rough around the edges and doesn't quite match Conviction's deniable ops charms. At least not in the 2 co-op only maps being shown off at the preview event that Eurogamer's Martin Robinson attended. Blacklist makes a handful of alterations to Spies vs Mercs. For a start, it doubles the player count, pitting 4 mercs against 4 spies, and weaves in the customisation that's a central part of Ubisoft Toronto's take on the Splinter Cell series. There are still 3 terminals spread out across a map to be hacked or protected, and it's still got that tantalising split between hunters and the hunted, but it's a noticeably more pacey and explicitly tactical take on the mode.
Terminal B, hack in progress.
Loadouts can be created from scratch once you've unlocked the ability to do so, and in the current setup that's possible after a single game. There are also a number of presets spread across recognisable classes. The spies have to hand a saboteur who can disrupt enemy equipment, an intel scout who can tag enemies' whereabouts, and a predator who, like their namesake, can disappear out of sight thanks to a digital ghillie suit. Mercs meanwhile have a hunter who has access to a UAV drone that's got the nasty ability to detonate on demand.
60 seconds and we win this thing.
A powerful peacemaker who's in the tank role, and a disruptor who can deactivate the spy's own electrical devices.
The hack's been snuffed.
There's a tangle of abilities in play at any one point, and part of the pleasure is working together as a team to untangle it all. There's a great amount of satisfaction to be had in having a tight-knit team of mercs, a hunter scouting down an area before a disruptor neuters the enemy threat, teeing up the peacemaker to swoop in and finish off the job. It's a tangle that's also disarmingly complex at first, though when it finally all clicks into place there are contests that come close to replicating the joy of a classic Spies vs Mercs match. Thankfully, Blacklist also has a mode that doesn't just come close to replicating a classic Spies vs Mercs match. With a little nip and tuck to the original in all the right places, it does its very best to outdo it. Spies vs Mercs Classic proves that less really is so much more, stripping away the customisation introduced in its partner mode and bringing the player count down to 2-on-2 encounters. There's a larger emphasis put on the play between light and shadow, and the maps on which classic mode games take place are cast in a thick blanket of darkness that's only occasionally punched by little pools of light or pierced by the flashlights on the end of the mercs' rifles. What follows is real survival horror, as 2 mercs go side by side into unlit and unexplored rooms, frantically waving their lights around in pursuit of spies who could be waiting in the rafters ready to pounce. It's wonderfully tense and also unique. There's no other multiplayer experience that can match the tension created by a round of Spies vs Mercs. That's something as true today as it was when the mode debuted with Pandora Tomorrow in 2004, so its return is more than welcome.
Hacker is...
Want more Splinter Cell Blacklist info? Then click on that top annotation to be taken to Martin Robinson's multiplayer preview over on Eurogamer.net. But while you're still here, why not give us a subscribe by clicking on the bottom annotation? We've got loads of brand new gameplay footage coming up for all of 2013's biggest and best upcoming games, and you'll be blacklisting yourself if you miss out on it all. Oh, that was a bad joke. Yeah, I should probably be locked up in a Splinter Cell for that one. No? Oh man, tough crowd.